Naruto, Reborn Prodigy, Master of all Ninjutsu. Like, share and subscribe. Episode 131. Hearing this, Yitsong blushed again, and she said while eating what Naruto brought, "You're so young that you can't do something. I mean, accompany me for a walk. What did you think of?" Yitsong's face blushed even deeper. If it had been before, she would have blamed herself for thinking too much. But now she also knew something about Naruto. Knowing Naruto's nature, he was deliberately joking with himself. Finally, he ate and was silent. Naruto was lost in thought. He didn't promise to take Hakura back to Konoha, which was a concern he had. Although he is from Konoha village, he is also a nine-tailed person pillar force. But let's be honest, in Konoha village, he didn't have anything to rely on. That is, he can't take people to Konoha village casually. Last time, Kakago mother and daughter, that's because they are not ninjas, and they are both from the Uzumaki clan, and they have some connection to Konoha village. Coupled with Kakashi as a guarantee, the two ended up leaving the two in Konoha village. And Yitsang is a pawn sent by Shine village to Wuin village, or a ninja who burns the blood and succession limit. In the final analysis, he is a threatening figure. With this layer of identity, it is absolutely impossible to easily bring it to Konoha village. Previously, Naruto hadn't thought about it so much, but now that he thought about it, his strength was far from enough. Or rather, their own power is far from enough. I want to live freely. Then you must find a world of your own in Konoha, so that you can really keep the people or things you want to keep. If that was the case, then he would have to find a way to eliminate some of Konoha's potential threats. Let's say 3 generations. The 3 generations of Hokage are very concerned about themselves, and in Konoha village, he will be watched at all times, and even if he leaves the village, someone will watch over him. And he doesn't yet know what the real attitude of the 3 generations is towards themselves. Is it to protect himself or have some other idea, such as cultivating himself into a killing tool belonging to Konoha? None of this is known. But think about it, soon the Chunin exam will begin, and when the time comes, Orochimaru will lead people to attack Konoha, and the 3 generations will end up dead. After that, Tsunade took over as the 5th Hokage. If Tsunade had been in power, his environment would be much more relaxed in Konoha. After all, Tsunade was his master. Of course, the 3 generations of Hokage are cunning though. However, the threat to yourself is actually not the greatest. The real threat is actually Tuanzo hiding in the dark. Even if Tsunade takes over as the 5th Hokage, she will still be constrained by the Konoha elder group, and Danzo is the biggest constraint. Naruto knew that if he wanted to gain a foothold in Konoha, he had to take some action. In any case, in order for Tsunade's mother-in-law to accept the position of Hokage more smoothly, she will gain the power to rule the entire Konoha village. The pair of Konoha elders, including Danzo, is a huge obstacle. It seems that when you go back to Konoha, you have to find a way to grow Konoha, so that you can get true peace. Not only for Tsunade's mother-in-law, but also for herself. Perhaps the Chunin exam is the best opportunity. At that time, the big snake pill attacked Mu in a big way, and the 3 generations confronted, and in this chaos, he only needed to deal with the group alone. Gradually, Naruto's thoughts became clearer. After thinking about this, Naruto made a decision. He was going to bring Hakura back to Konoha village. However, take Yitsong back to Konoha village, Yitsang can only hide, absolutely cannot be exposed. Thinking of this, Naruto looked at Yitsong on the side and spoke. "When I've had enough, I'll take you back to Konoha." He didn't immediately tell Yitsang about the plan. Yitsong looked at Naruto and nodded, but she was a little worried. What if? If Konoha village can't accommodate me, I cannot go to Konoha village. Where can you go without going to Konoha village? I'll just look for a random place. That's it, right? Anyway, you just listen to me, it'll be fine. Just don't let people know that you are a ninja when you get to Konoha village. After speaking, he reached out and ruffled Yitsong's hair. After returning to Konoha with me, change your clothes and dress up, hide yourself well. With your ability, I don't think anyone will find out that you are a ninja. Hakura didn't expect Naruto to think of such a method. She was a little happy in her heart. She didn't mind hiding herself at all. At least, with Naruto. After resting in the cave for 2 days with Hakura, Naruto decided to leave the land of water. Yitsang was a little puzzled. Didn't you say that you have something to do when you go to Wuin village? Go back now? Naruto smiled. It was indeed an important thing to say to me at that time, but this time I saved you. And after making such a big move, it was better to leave early. Water is not safe now. Previously, he really wanted to meet Terumi, the first beauty in Wuin village, and the next 5 generations of water shadows. If you go to see her quietly, it doesn't matter. It's just that now that this matter has happened, there is definitely no way to keep it quiet, so the best solution is to leave the country of water. And Naruto knew. Behind the mist-hidden village, there is also a man named Uchiha Obito, who is the little boss of the Hokage world. Uchiha with Soil. Know the actual leader of the organization, the mastermind of the Tailed Beast capture plan. And Naruto is the 9-tailed man pillar force, a link in the Tailed Beast's capture plan. Now Naruto didn't want to have anything to do with Uchiha Obito. After all, with his current strength, it is not enough to deal with Uchiha Obito, so it is better to avoid the edge. Yi Tsong didn't ask much, Naruto said whatever it was. The two leave the cave. I plan to go to the ferry port to take a cruise back to the Land of Waves and then back to Konoha village. When I walked to a forest, I heard a rumbling sound in the distance, and I also felt two powerful chakras. Naruto and Hakura looked at each other. Finally, he walked towards the source of the sound very tacitly. The two hid in the treetops and looked at the figure in the distance. After seeing the figure, both Naruto and Yi Tsong were quite surprised. Zhao Meiyu and Lin Yongyu Yuli? Yi Tsang recognized the two people at a glance, and Naruto naturally knew these two people as well. Terumi is the next 5 generations of Water Shadows, and is an important figure in ending the period of Blood Mist Village since the reign of the 4th generation of Mei Mizukage. Follow the original trajectory. After Terumi became a Water Shadow, he implemented a policy of peace and opening up, which revived the village again. It can be said that Terumi is a very important figure for the Misty Hidden Village, and she herself is a mature beauty. The red crossed curls are like a tree, her turquoise eyes make her skin whiter, and her red lips look particularly sexy. She wears dark blue off-the-shoulder sleeves, which perfectly reflects her career line. At this moment, Zhao Mei and Lin Yongyu Yuli fell into a fierce battle, and the two fought extremely fiercely like enemies. Episode 132. On the opposite side of Terumi, you can see Lin Yongyu Yuli, who also has red hair, and the clothes she is wearing are quite heavy. She was only 1 meter and a little 4. Compared with Terumi, who was 1 meter and 7 meters, she looked very petite, and the clothes wrapped her whole person in it. The strength of the two Naruto knew. Lin Yongyu Yuli is a genius ninja of Lei Dun and one of the 7 people of a generation of ninja swords. Her thunder is much stronger than ordinary people. It's a pity that in the original work, Lin Yongyu Yuli died young due to illness. This is really not an honorable way for a ninja to finish. Until the 4th Ninja World War, she was reborn by the dirt. When she fell into battle, she was very arrogant, but when she finally returned to Huangquan, she was not indignant because of this. Instead, I accepted it very easily. She is not afraid of death, she just does not like to die peacefully. Now, Lin Yongyu Yuli and Zhao Mei fought earth-shatteringly. One uses thunder and the other uses water. Everything around has been destroyed by 2 people. Yi Tsong, who was watching from the side, said very puzzled, "Aren't Lin Yongyu Yuli and Zhao Mei 2 good friends? How can it fight? How do you know the 2 are good friends?" Naruto questioned. "I used to come to Wuin village and knew a little, but at that time I came to Wuin village to kill people." Yi Tsang was very relaxed when he said that he killed people. After all, she is a ninja, and killing is a common thing. Naruto nodded. It's just that since the 2 are friends, why do they fight so much? Naruto was curious and he continued to watch the fight. The 2 fought fiercely for a long time. In the end, Lin Yongyu Yuli knelt directly on the ground. Obviously, she has exhausted all her strength. Terumi also consumed a lot of chakra, and there were many places on his body that were injured by Lin Yongyu. I thought I could win you, but I didn't expect it, I still lost." Lin Yongyu Yuli is not afraid of death at all. She stared at Terumi and said, "You kill me, hurry up, I don't like it hurts too much." Zhao Mei did not kill Lin Yongyu Yuli, took 2 steps forward, lowered his head and asked, "Why flee the Shinobi village? You also want to be a rebel in the Misty Hidden Village?" Lin Yongyu Yuli only felt that his body was like burning, and he was very uncomfortable. "She is seriously ill. Know that you don't have many days left." In the end, the whole person sat directly on the ground, throwing her weapon, Thunder Saber-Tooth, aside. Our ninja 7 either fled the village or were persecuted by others, and as one of the 7, I was tired of being called the Mist Hidden Village in the Blood Mist. After speaking, he slapped his own. A helpless expression. "What's more, I am suffering from illness, my days are running out, I want to continue to live this life, I want to leave this place, even if it is only for a short time, I want to escape from this blood mist." "Terumi, do you understand my feelings?" The 2 fought fiercely. Terumi's heart was uncomfortable. You know, they're good friends. It's just that she doesn't allow Lin Yongyu Yuri, who is a ninja of the Mist Hidden Village, to escape the village. The same. She also didn't like the title of the Blood Mist and the Misty Hidden Village full of blood. However, the development of the village is not up to her, but to Mizukage Yakura-sama. For the village, she wanted to change the village. It's just that now she can't do anything, and she doesn't have enough ability. Lin Yongyu Yuli glanced at Zhao Meiyu, with a painful look on her face, and she said, "Terumi, if you still treat me as a friend, either let me go or kill me." After speaking, Lin Yongyu Yuli coughed violently. Poof! She spat out a mouthful of blood. Finally, her consciousness gradually became blurred, and finally she couldn't see what expression Terumi had. Poof! Fell directly to the ground. Looking at Lin Yongyu Yuli, who fell to the ground, Zhao Mei's face was very distressed. She walked to Lin Yongyu Yuli, intending to bring her back to Wuin village. There are medical ninjas in the village, and if not a cure, at least it can relieve her pain. Right at this moment, Naruto appeared with Sakura. Two people suddenly appeared, and Terumi was very vigilant and surprised. Just now, all her energy was spent on dealing with Lin Yongyuli, and she didn't realize that there were actually two people hidden nearby. When one of them is clearly seen, Xiaomei was even more surprised, and she muttered, "Yitsong?" Yitsong is a famous ninja in Xiayin and has killed many people in Wuyin village. She really didn't expect Yitsong to appear here. For Yitsong's coming to Wuyin village as an envoy, Zhao Meiyu did not know. At this time, Terumi was extremely alert. She stood in front of Lin Yuli and made an attack. What are you trying to do here? If she was in an intact state, she would naturally not be afraid of Naruto and Sakura. But just now she had a big battle with Lin Yuli, and now her strength has been weakened by half. Not to mention the blonde boy standing next to Yitsong. This Yitsong alone is difficult to deal with. After all, it is Yitsong, the user of Sand Shinobi village. Looking at Terumi's alert look, Naruto said easily, "Don't be nervous, we're not here to kill you, we're here to help you heal the person behind you." Just now, the conversation between Terumi and Hayashi Yuri was heard by Naruto. When he knew that Lin Yuri wanted to leave the village, he had an idea. If you can, he wants to take Hayashi Yuri and let Hayashi Yuri stay by his side, and then go to Konoha village with him. After all, it is not so easy to deal with Tuanzang when the time comes. And Lin Yuli is a genius ninja of Lei Dun. With her as a helper, it would be much easier to deal with Danzo or the Konoha elders. Naruto was short of helpers. Now is an opportunity to take away Lin Yongyu. Terumi looked at Hayashi Yuri behind her. She wouldn't believe Naruto for this, but she didn't say anything ill either. Just listen to her speak. "Thank you for your kindness, no need. I will take her back to Wuyin village, where someone will help her treat. I'm Tsunade's apprentice. Do you have a stronger medical ninja than Tsunade?" "What? Tsunade?" Terumi was surprised. Of course she knew Tsunade, Konoha legend Sanshin, the first medical holy hand in the ninja world. But Naruto said he was Tsunade's apprentice? Terumi once again looked at the blonde boy in front of him. He didn't look old. Yitsang opened his mouth at this time. "You don't have to doubt that he is indeed Tsunade's apprentice. If you really want to save the person behind you, it is better to let him see." Sakura didn't know what Naruto was really trying to do. However, Naruto wanted to save Hayashi Yuri, and she was Naruto's woman, and she certainly wouldn't object to what Naruto was going to do. Even if she didn't have a good impression of the mist-hidden village, in short, now she listened to Naruto. Episode 133. Yitsang is the enemy of the mist-hidden village. However, Terumi has crossed paths with Yitsong, and knows that she is not the kind of person who is sinister and cunning. If she really wants to kill herself, when she is in a bad state, she will directly do it, instead of standing here and explaining it to herself. After a long hesitation, Terumi moved away from her position and relaxed. "I can ask you to help treat Yuri, but if you have other thoughts and misbehaves against Yuri, I will kill you even if I fight to the death." Naruto beckoned, smiled, and came to Hayashi Yuri's side. "Don't worry, I won't kill her. She's such a genius, it's a pity to die too early. I will do my best to cure her." Terumi listened to Naruto's words and looked a little surprised. "Do you know Yuri's illness?" "I just knew she was terminally ill, but I didn't know what it was, so I had to take a look." Things turned too quickly for people to think. If it weren't for Terumi, he still had some strength. Lin Yuli is in a state of illness again. Such an anxious state of affairs. Terumi would agree to let Naruto treat Hayashi Yuri. Although Naruto was allowed to help with the treatment, Terumi did not let down any guard. Lin Yuli is her friend. She doesn't allow her friends to be hurt by anyone. At this time, Naruto crouched down and laid Hayashi Yuri on the ground. She was already very weak. I saw Naruto's hands condensing chakra and placing them on Lin Yuri's heart. Palm cactus. Before he knew what was the situation of Lin Yuli, he had to use the palm cactus to slow her down, in case he was embarrassed to die violently at this time. Naruto didn't know exactly when Hayashi Yuri died, only that she died of illness. After a while, after using palm cactus, Lin Yongyu, who was originally pale, was much better. Terumi, who was watching from the side, had a lot of worry on her face. She was suspicious of Naruto at first. After all, Naruto looked young. It was hard for her to believe that Naruto would be Tsunade's apprentice. But now it seems, even if Naruto wasn't Tsunade's apprentice, at least he was a medical ninja. After that, under Naruto's treatment, Lin Yuri gradually sobered up. She opened her eyes. The first thing I saw was Naruto crouching beside him. For her, the little ghost in front of him is a strange. Out of ninja alertness, she immediately distanced herself from Naruto. "What are you?" Naruto said directly. "Don't be nervous, I'm your lifesaver. If it weren't for me, I'm afraid you would have died." Lin Yuli felt that his body seemed to be much more relaxed than before. The tingling sensation all over the body also eased a lot. "He is right, I allowed him to treat you. It seems that he did not lie to me." Hearing Xiaomi's voice, Lin Yongyu Yuli immediately got up and stared at Zamiyu. Do you know this person? I don't know. The first time I met, he said he wanted to help you treat. If you don't know, let him treat me. What if he comes to kill me? Or do you want me to die? Then you might as well do it yourself. Lin Yongyu Yuli's character is like this. It has always been blunt, and it has a smell of gunpowder. Terumi is different. She has a very gentle personality. Although we had a fight just now, I won't let you die. If he really wants to kill you, even if he fights to the death, I will avenge you. Lin Yongyu Yuli was silent for an instant. Naruto broke this silence. You better stop talking. I want to tell you a fact. Yu Yuli's disease is estimated to be curable. When these words came out, Terumi and Lin Yongyu Yuri looked at him almost at the same time, but neither seemed surprised by this. Lin Yongyu Yuli laughed mockingly. Everyone knows this, and I don't need you to remind me. Who are you? Why save me? Don't say that you are well-intentioned. I don't believe in so-called kindness. Naruto didn't like Lin's attitude of Yuri, and he said coldly, I saved you, and I'm still rushing like this. I think it's better to let you die early. Lin Yongyu Yuli's face showed a scowl on his face, and he was just about to say something, but was stopped by Zhao Mei. She stepped forward and looked at Naruto. I'm sorry, Yuko is like this. Please don't be surprised, but I heard you just now. In fact, you have a way to cure her? No way. Lin Yongyu Yuli once again showed a mocking smile, and was just about to say something vicious, but was stopped by Terumi again. She was reprimanded by Terumi. If it weren't for him, it would be you who died here now, and if you don't thank people, you always want to say cool things. Don't think anyone will forgive you for being rude. When the petite Lin Yongyu Yuri was reprimanded by Terumi, she actually lowered her head, like a child who had done something wrong. Naruto couldn't help but laugh when he saw this scene. The so-called one thing descends one thing. This Lin Yongyu Yuli seemed to listen to Meiyu's words. After Terumi finished speaking, he turned his head to look at Naruto, and asked, Then do you have any other way? For example, effective relief of her condition? Of course there is. My chakra is much stronger than ordinary people. I can use my chakra to continue her life. If she follows me, as long as I am alive, she will not die. Naruto has an incomparably large chakra. He can use the palm cactus technique regardless of consumption, and it is of course no problem to give Lin Yongyu a good life. Terumi pursed her lips. Just now she saw Naruto wake up Lin Yuli. She observed Naruto. When Naruto used the palm cactus, he could feel that Naruto chakra was indeed much stronger than ordinary people. It's not impossible. What can? Who wants this imp to give me a new life? It's right that he saved me, but my life must be in my own hands, not a little ghost. Looking at Hayashi Yuri, who was a little shorter than himself, Naruto couldn't help but laugh. You're not as tall as me, do you mean to call me a little ghost? Besides, it's because you can't guarantee that you will continue to live in this world that you need me. Lin Yongyu Yuri glanced at Naruto, completely ignoring the benefits, and directly objected. I said, I don't need anyone. Besides, I don't even know who you are, so I want me to put my life in your hands? Are you kidding? Such a violent Lin Yongyu Yuri really made Naruto not expect, and still a dying person. This woman is not an ordinary fierce, but it is completely inversely proportional to her size. Episode 134. Without waiting for Naruto to introduce himself, Terumi took the lead and said, he said that he is Tsunade's apprentice, he should be a ninja from Konoha village, and he should go back to Konoha village next. I think you can go with him. Terumi. What do you mean? You didn't let me leave Mist Hidden Village when I was going to leave, and now a kid from Konoha Village is here, and you actually let me go with him? You didn't know that Konoha Village and Kirihide Village are in a hostile relationship? You really want me to be a traitor? Although Lin Yongyu Yuri wants to leave the Mist Hidden Village, known as the Blood Mist inside, but she didn't really want to betray, let alone betray the Wuin Village. If she really left with Naruto and went to Konoha Village, then she really became a traitor. No matter how you explain it, no one will believe her. It's just a death, and she has never been afraid of death. Zhao Mei looked at Lin Yongyu Yuli and calmed her emotions. Don't be angry first. I didn't promise to come down casually. What you said before, I have a good consideration. I know that Mist Hidden Village is not a good place to live now, and I can't provide you with a good medical ninja. If you really can, you go with him. It's a good thing for you. As for the matter of betrayal, as long as I don't tell others, no one will know that you went to Konoha. Lin Yongyu Yuli sneered and directly refuted Zhao Mei's words. You think everyone is a fool? Or do you want me to remain anonymous in the future? I, Lin Yongyu Yuriko, can't do such a thing. You don't want me to go to Konoha Village. The two were arguing. Zhao Mei really hopes that Lin Yongyu Yuli can live well, and Lin Yongyu Yuli really does not want to be a rebel. It can be said that women are very complex. While the two were arguing, Naruto also had his own careful thoughts. The reason why he appeared was to take Lin Yongyu Yuli away. But now it seems, Lin Yongyu Yuli's temperament is too strong. It's not so easy to take her, I'm afraid something has to stimulate her. In short, anyway, Naruto made up his mind to take Ringo Yuri away. After all, there is one more Lin Yongyu under his hand, and it will be one more combat power to deal with the regiment in the future. Watching the two argue continuously, Naruto shouted to stop. Why don't you listen to my suggestion again? What's so nice to hear? Lin Yongyu Yuli directly refused. What do you want to say? Terumi asked. The two said almost in unison. They have completely different personalities, but they seem to have a tacit understanding. Naruto smiled and mouthed, I can provide you with an intelligence. I will exchange this information, and then let Lin Yongyu Yuli follow me. Terumi glanced at Naruto. Before, it was only known that Naruto wanted to save Ringo. However, he is now going to take Lin Yongyu Yuli away. She didn't understand, but she could be sure. Naruto will not kill Lin Yongyu Yuli, otherwise he will not save Lin Yongyu Yuli. As for what to do, then I don't know. Looking at Miu looking at herself, Naruto said with a smile. I think you misunderstood me as the kind of good-hearted person, but it's a pity that I'm not. I want to take Lin Yongyu Yuli, purely because I saw her strength, and I think it's a pity that she is dead now. And with her by my side, I can study her symptoms, which is very useful for medicine. These words, Zhao Mei believed. Any medical ninja, while understanding theory, you need to gain experience in practical cases. And the patient, especially the disease that has thus been seen, is the best example. Previously, many medical ninjas in the village had seen Hayashi's illness, but no one had ever said that it would prolong her life. I know you're not a good person. Lin Yongyu on the side snorted, and did not mean to thank Naruto at all. At this time, Naruto said coldly to Lin Yuli, the intelligence I said can end the rule of your blood mist in the mist-hidden village. Don't you need such information? Lin Yongyu Yuli left Wuin village. It was because of the reign of the blood mist that she felt incomparably painful. And Terumi's dream, it is also to end the reign of the blood mist. But the blonde boy in front of him actually said that he had information in his hand that could end the blood mist. So when Naruto was heard, whether it's Lin Yongyu Yuli or Terumi, his face was very moved, and his eyes were even more incredulous. It has to be said, this information was very moving to the two of them. Can Naruto's intelligence really put an end to the blood mist? Both of them had a puzzle on their faces. Naruto looked at the two. Lin Yongyu Yuli, who had always refused her attitude before, did not object at the first time, which was enough to see the feelings she had for Wuin village. Naruto understood that the next intelligence would definitely have an effect. Of course, this intelligence is not just for Lin Yongyu Yuli to follow me. Terumi frowned slightly. She guessed that Naruto had other conditions next, and she immediately asked, what other conditions do you have? The first condition, you teach me the dissolution and boiling, and the second condition is that Lin Yongyu Yuli follows me and obeys my command from now on, and I still want to learn Lei Dun. Terumi and Lin Yuli were completely stunned. The two simply thought of Naruto's young age, and he was so greedy. It seems that there are only two conditions, but this is clearly 3 or 4 or 5 conditions. Lin Yongyu Yuli jumped directly to his feet and said angrily, you kid is too greedy. Let me follow you without counting. You even want to learn our ninjutsu? Did you know that ninjutsu is the top secret of the village? Not everyone can learn it. Naruto just smiled, not feeling that his conditions were excessive in the slightest. Ninjutsu is indeed top secret, but my information is also top secret. Because of the rule of the Blood Mist Village, you should know better than me how many people died in your mist-hidden village, right? With my information, you can reduce the number of deaths of more companions. Isn't this enough in exchange for your ninjutsu? The two women paused, their expressions complicated. They knew that Naruto was right. Mist-hidden village, known as the Blood Mist Village. Today's Wuin village can be said to be a hell without the breath of life. There was blood red everywhere. Everyone's first enemy is not someone else, but their own companions. Kill your companions with your own hands and come back to life in many races. Seems tough. In fact, it is nothing more than a relentless bloody fight. Such an emotionless village will perish sooner or later. Whether it is Lin Yongyu Yuli or Terumi, they all hope that normal order will return to the village. If there really is a way to end this horrific everything, even if it is exchanged for the lives of the two of them. Episode 135. But Naruto looked just like an ordinary blonde boy. Is what he said true? Is his intelligence true? The two stared at themselves, and Naruto slowly spoke. It's just a deal, and I'm not like to be forced to trade. If you think it's not worth it, I can sell the information to others anyway, or see more people die in your mist-hidden village, so that Konoha village has one less enemy, which is also a good thing. Speaking of this, Naruto turned around and was about to leave. Lin Yongyu Yuli stood there clenched his fists. Terumi hurriedly stepped forward and kept Naruto. Wait. Naruto stood on his heels and looked back at Miyu. How? Changed your mind? Can I believe what you say? Can your intelligence really change the rule of the blood mist in the mist-hidden village? Naruto turned around and looked at Terumi seriously. Although I am not a good person, but words are counted, and besides, I will talk about intelligence first, and then you will fulfill your promise, which is not a loss for you, right? You believe in us that much? Lin Yongyu Yuli, don't say it first. According to Mayu, a big beauty like you must be talking, so I believe you. Terumi was said to be beautiful by a little ghost, but she was completely teased by a little ghost. But at the moment, she didn't care about this at all. She pursed her lips, and finally said seriously, if what you say is true, I am willing to teach you boiling in Rongduan, and Yu Yuli will also go with you, and Lei Dun will teach you the same. This time, Lin Yongyu Yuli did not directly refute it. It can be seen that she also agreed. Naruto was proud in his heart. Sure enough, the means of getting away with it are useful to anyone. At this time, Naruto took a step forward, and then said seriously, the reason why your mist-hidden village fell into the reign of terror in the blood mist is because your 4 generations of water shadow have been hit by illusion. And you can only end this reign of terror by lifting the illusion of the 4th generation of water shadow. Naruto did not directly point out how the 4th generation of water shadows was in the illusion technique. And hearing the words, the two were shocked. Especially Terumi. She recalled some details of her previous relationship with the 4th generation of water shadows. Lin Yongyu Yuli frowned slightly, and immediately said, the 4th generation of water shadow is the strongest in our mist-hidden village. Who can let him fall into illusion? Naturally, a person who is stronger than the 4th generation of water shadow. Naruto replied. According to the original trajectory, it was originally Zhao Mei who detected the illusion of the 4th generation of water shadows. After that, she took her right-hand manship to remove the illusion of the 4th generation of water shadows. The 4 generations of water shadows were restored to perfection, and the Wuin village gradually returned to normal order. I used to think that Lord Mizukage was strange, but I can't tell where it is, so I think about it. It's not as simple as it seems. Lin Yongyu Yuri looked at Terumi, and she said, you mean to say that something is wrong with you for a long time? It's just a fleeting thought. If what he said is true, then Lord Mizukage should be controlled by someone. After speaking, Terumi looked at Naruto in surprise. How do you know this kind of intelligence? You are a ninja from Konoha village, have you seen our Mizukage-sama? Or was he right next to you when Lord Mizukage was cast an illusion? If that's the case, then Naruto might be a spy or something. Naruto was tempted to say, he's a traverser, of course he knows that. Of course, this kind of thing will definitely not be said, and no one will believe it if it is said. Naruto said, because I have prophecy. I know that not only do I know that your 4th generation of water shadow has been controlled, I also know that your mist-hidden village will definitely be able to survive the difficulties. And I also know who the 5th generation water shadow is. This series of words made Terumi feel that Naruto was a little divine, and gradually ignored the fact that Naruto was just a ghost. But she still didn't believe that Naruto would prophecy. She was a ninja, but she had never heard of such ninjutsu as prophecy. Looking at Terumi's skeptical eyes, Naruto didn't explain much, but continued. In fact, it is not difficult to solve this matter. You can bring the magic on the water shadow at that time. You know Ching? Terumi was surprised. Naruto had an indifferent expression. I said, I will prophecy. Know that Ching is not a matter of course? Terumi didn't know how to refute for a while, although she does not believe that there is such a thing as prophecy. But he couldn't explain the fact that Naruto knew about AO. At first, she was still a little skeptical about the authenticity of the information. But Naruto now even Ching knows that it is most likely true. Even Lin Yongyu Yolido on the side exclaimed, could it be that Lord Shuei-ing really fell for the illusion? Can Ching lift the illusion of Lord Mizukage? Ching has white eyes, and his insight is above the chakra eye, and he does have the ability to dissolve illusions. After speaking, Terumi looked at Naruto. I think the information you provided is probably true, but after all, we are only meeting for the first time, and it takes a lot of risk to do this. And teaching you ninjutsu is even more risky. So you have to go to Wuin village with us to verify the authenticity of this information. Terumi would not easily meet Naruto's conditions and complete the deal. At least wait until the intelligence is verified to be true or false. Naruto hadn't spoken yet. Yitsung, who was previously ambushed by the ninja of the mist-hidden village, retorted at this time. Nope. Intelligence has already been given to you. Naruto can't go with you to the mist-hidden village. Who knows if you have other thoughts? When he goes to Wuin village, find someone to arrest him or kill him. It can be said that Yitsong and Terumi belong to a hostile position. If it weren't for Naruto next to him, Yitsong would definitely not communicate with them calmly. And Terumi asked Naruto to go to Mist-Hidden Village, and Yitsong naturally couldn't agree. Naruto understood very well why Yitsong said this. Yitsong had been ambushed by the fog. How could he easily trust the people of the Mist-Hidden Village? Naruto said, it's okay, anyway. I will use the Flying Thunder God technique. If they really want to ambush and kill me, I will run away directly. Naruto mastered the art of Flying Thunder God and had first-class escape ability, and ordinary people could not catch him at all. Yitsong paused. Hearing Naruto say this, It seemed that he was really ready to go to the mist hidden village. And yet such a simple conversation. Terumi and Lin Yongyu Yuli on the side were extremely surprised. Flying Thunder God's art. Of course, they knew about this ninjutsu that once traversed the ninja world. As a result, this little devil in front of him would actually use a forbidden technique like the Flying Thunder God technique. I used to think that he was just a medical ninja, but now it seems that Naruto is not an ordinary medical ninja. After all, he still has such top-secret intelligence. He looked to be only 11 or 12. However, after contact, he could feel that Naruto was hiding a temperament that was extremely inconsistent with his age. Episode 136. Looking at the surprised expressions of Miyu and Hayashi Yuri, Naruto said with a smile, "There are many other things about me that surprise you, don't be surprised." Just after speaking, Yitsong on the side was still worried. "Naruto-kun, do I have to go to Mist Hidden Village? I don't want you to be in danger. In my opinion, whether or not the Misty Hidden Village survives has nothing to do with us." For Yitsong, she didn't have the kindness to save a ninja village that had nothing to do with her. Naruto naturally understood, and saw that he put his hand on Yitsong's waist, and said, "You are my wife now, I don't die so easily, and it would be a sin to keep you alive." Originally, he was chatting about going to the Mist Hidden Village seriously, but Naruto said this, which actually made Yitsong blush a little. After all, there are still outsiders watching. Lin Yongyu Yuli looked at the two, his face full of surprise. Listening to the conversation, it seems that Naruto married Hakura as his wife, and Terumi's originally beautiful face even showed a very terrifying expression. She made a voice almost like a demon. "What did you just call her?" Naruto glanced at Terumi and said directly, "She is my wife, I naturally call her wife. We will get married in the future." Words like wife, dating and marriage are completely taboo for Terumi, and Naruto had been in front of her so many times. At this moment, Terumi felt like she was about to lose control. She clenched her fists, and finally lost any strength like pickles. She is this age, she is 27, but she is not married. Keming is only 12 years old, and as a result, he already has a wife, and the object is Yitsong. It's really unreasonable. Lin Yongyu Yuli glanced at Zaomayu. He really couldn't stand this point of Zaomayu. Naruto knew Terumi had a dream. She wants to find a beloved, fall in love and get married. At this time, he said again, "According to Mayu, it seems that you seem to yearn for marriage. It is better for me to marry you, and by the way, let Lin Yongyu be my little wife." Marriage, Terumi repeated. He was completely unable to entangle Naruto with the rest. Lin Yongyu Yuli shouted angrily, "What nonsense are you talking about? Believe it or not, I'll scrap you now." This bastard actually dares to joke with her. Naruto sneered, "You, who could die at any time, can't kill me. How do you know if you don't try? I, Lin Yongyu Yuli, have never been afraid of anyone." Seeing that Lin Yongyu Yuri was about to do something with Naruto, Terumi returned to normal and immediately stopped Lin Yuri. "Rain Yuri, don't get excited. I want to go to Wuyin village together." Blocked by Xiaomei, Lin Yongyu Yuli gave up wanting to kill Ming. After that, Terumi looked at the three people. "Both of you are foreign ninjas, and I came out this time specifically to hunt down Yuyuri. If the information is true, Yuyuri better pretend to leave the Mist Hidden Village and go back with me. At that time, all three of you will have to redress up, and I will take you to sneak into the Mist Hidden Village." How Terumi will enter the Mist Hidden Village has already been planned. Everyone agreed. Afterwards, under the leadership of Terumi, the three sneaked into the Misty Hidden Village with Terumi. Mist Hidden Village, Terumi's identity is extraordinary, and with her hand, bringing Naruto and the three into Mist-Een Village can naturally hide from others. Terumi is the head of the Terumi family. After entering the Misty Hidden Village, she directly took the three of them to the Zhaojia land, an underground secret room in the Zhaojia compound. This underground secret room is a family secret. No one knows except me. No one will find you when you hide below, and when everything is arranged by me, you will come out again. Terumi explained so. The underground chamber is very spacious and has many passageways. Where these secret passages lead, only Terumi knows. Other than that, some household items are placed in the basement chamber. Sleeping beds, tables and chairs for people, and some other furniture. These things are prepared for special circumstances. If there is danger one day, I hide in it so that I don't have to sleep on the floor. The bed is a little small, you three can squeeze a little, or I will take some quilts down, and you will sleep on the floor by rain. As soon as these words came out, Yuli was unhappy. Why do you want me to sleep on the ground? Isn't Naruto, this kid, sleeping on the ground? He's a man. Terumi glanced at Naruto and Hakura and said, because the two of them are. The word husband and wife cannot be said dead or alive. And Terumi, who was originally very spirited, instantly lost any strength when she talked about this. Since knowing that Naruto and Hakura were a couple, Terumi was very frustrated. Naruto on the side laughed and ridiculed Lin Yongyu Yuli. If you don't feel comfortable sleeping on the floor, you can choose to sleep with me. I don't mind hugging left and right. Lin Yongyu was angry with Litten, and was about to cut Naruto with his own knife. As a result, he was stopped by Terumi again. Yuri, calm down. This is an underground chamber. What if you do it, the basement collapses. By then, before we could do it, we would have already been discovered. At this time, Lin Yongyuli had no choice but to stop. Naruto thought it was very interesting on the side. A hot-tempered personality, a little bit of explosion. A gentle personality, a word is a wilt. Stopping Hayoshi Yuri, Terumi looked at Naruto and said, "Since you two are a couple, why do you always tease others? Aren't you afraid that Itsang won't be happy?" Although Terumi has no object so far, she has always yearned for love, especially yearning for that kind of soulmate love. But Naruto looks very young, but his heart is not small, and he is very careful. Before Naruto could speak, Yitsang on the side said, "Naruto-kun can do whatever he likes. I won't mind and I won't be unhappy." At this time, Naruto glanced at Hakura who was smiling. I didn't expect Yitsang to talk like this. Naruto had a feeling that Hakura probably didn't just treat him as a normal companion. Otherwise, you wouldn't even eat vinegar. Naruto was right. Hakura was betrayed and saved by Naruto, and she not only promised to become Naruto's wife, but also entrusted everything to Naruto. She understood Naruto's nature very well. She wouldn't care about Naruto and other women. Naruto withdrew his gaze and looked at Terumi jokingly. "See? My wife is so sensible, so you must also be sensible before you can get married." It's the word marriage again. Terumi felt that she could no longer chat with Naruto. Episode 137. At this time, Terumi waved her hand. "Let's do this first. I have to go up and deal with something." Before going up, she walked over to Naruto and slapped him on the shoulder 3 times. Naruto couldn't help but glance at Terumi, but before he could speak, Terumi left. Yitsang asked suspiciously, "Why did she pat you on the shoulder?" Naruto shrugged his shoulders and smiled on his lips. "God knows." Lin Yongyuli on the side snorted coldly, found a position and sat down. The 3 of them were in the basement. There's not much else to do for the time being. After Terumi went out, she leaves the Teruya compound and arrives at the Mizukage building where she meets the 4th generation of Mizukage Citrus Ukura. "Lord Shueing, I'm very sorry. I didn't catch Lin Yongyuli. She has already fled." Jiaomei wants to keep Lin Yongyuli. Of course, she can't tell the truth. The most dangerous place is the safest place. Now Lin Yongyuli hides her family land. It is difficult for ordinary people to find out. Citrus Ukura sits in the seat of Mizukage. I saw him waving his hand. His expression was very cold. "Issue a wanted order immediately. Capture him back. Wuin village, no traitors allowed." Terumi glanced at the water shadow, then lowered her head and said, "Yes. Mizukage-sama." After saying that, he turned around and left. When I saw Water Shadow before, Terumi noticed that Lord Water Shadow was a little strange. Now, according to Naruto's information, looking at it up close again, I only felt that Lord Shueing was really strange. I always felt that Lord Mizukage's way of speaking was a little stiff, but I only knew it by observing it very carefully. Maybe Lord Mizukage really fell for the illusion. Terumi had something in mind. It was she who did not startle the snake, but quietly retreated to arrange the affairs that the 4th generation of Water Shadow would tell her. It was until late at night. Terumi was in her room, but she didn't sleep. With the lamp on, she sat on the edge of the bed. Soon, Naruto suddenly appeared in the room. The moment he saw the other party, Terumi couldn't help but praise. "I really didn't expect that you were quite smart and understood what I meant. That's of course, if you take the initiative to ask me to you, of course I will go to the appointment. After all, you are so beautiful." Terumi tapped Naruto on the shoulder 3 times. Meaning that he wanted to see her in the middle of the night, and Rito would not understand what she meant. As for Naruto's words of teasing, Terumi did not. Instead, he said with a serious face, "I called you here because I have something to talk to you about." Naruto did not continue joking and listened carefully to Terumi. "I went to see Lord Mizukage today, and I think 9 times out of 10 what you said is true. He may have fallen for some kind of illusion. Lifting the illusion on Water Shadow's body, this is something that must be done, but the person hiding behind it doesn't know who it is. But I know that the other party must be very strong, otherwise, I can't let Lord Water Shadow have illusion. So this operation will be very dangerous. I brought you to Wuin village, just to ensure the authenticity of the intelligence, but also in case, if something happens to me, you will take Yuri away and leave this hopeless Wuin village." Said, Terumi's face was full of helplessness. "If I fail, it proves that the Mist Hidden Village will continue to rule in the Blood Mist Village, then Yuri must leave. But with her temper, she may directly kill in front of Lord Mizukage. At that time, I hope you can stop her. I know she has the ability, but she is sick, she is useless to be strong, she is likely to be killed. If I am killed, she will definitely not win, so you must stop her at that time. Take her and let her live." Telling Naruto this, Terumi just hoped that Hayashi Yuri could live. After Naruto listened, he was a little touched. A man who can't even predict whether he will survive tomorrow cares about his friends. What kind of friendship is this? This time, Naruto did not laugh at Zhao Miyu, but said seriously, "Don't worry, I can't bear Lin Yongyu to die. I said, I came here to take her." After speaking, he said with a smile, "You don't have to hold the determination to die, you have to believe my prophecy. You will definitely win, maybe you can become the next water shadow." Terumi frowned slightly. "You can't say this nonsense. Whether it's nonsense or not, you'll know later. It seems like a joke, but in the future, Terumi will know that what Naruto said is true." Especially when she was about to take over the position of water shadow, she remembered Naruto's words and was even more surprised. Only at this time, she didn't feel much, just as Naruto was joking. "Seeing that you are so worried, I will run more, and when the illusion is lifted, I will be with you," Naruto said again. "I thank you for being willing to accompany me, but this is a matter for us in Wuin village, and you don't have to come with me. I don't want to see you die, after all, you are so beautiful, what a pity to die." In the future, Terumi will become a water shadow, and he can be regarded as on his side, and this adventure is no problem for him. For now, Terumi is also an ally. He also wants to find Terumi to learn dissolving and boiling ninjutsu. No matter what, he will not let Terumi die at will. And it is only a matter of time before the matter of the fourth generation of water shadows is solved. It's just that the timeline is pulled forward a little bit now. But if you follow along, you are likely to die. Terumi said directly, "If you succeed, you will be in a desperate situation. You don't have to worry that I will die. I am a person who can fly the thunder god art. If I really encounter danger, I can run directly, and I can take you away. I can't succeed. I can't save the misty hidden village. But at least you can wander the world with me, right?" Terumi listened to Naruto's half-serious, half-joking words. For a while, I didn't know how to respond. Finally, she wore a coquettish smile. "It's really strange that you are willing to accompany me to such a dangerous place." I said, "I'm worried that you, a big beauty, will die so easily." Terumi snorted and smiled. "You seem to be quite unreliable, but I think that what you said is just to hide your true thoughts, and I won't believe that your reasons are so simple." "It's not exactly the reason, but it's definitely true." "Come on, no kidding, if you help me, don't ask for anything?" "Before, you were very greedy and made many requests to us." Naruto raised his eyebrows slightly and said with a smile, "If you say so, then I really need to make a request. You said, as long as I can do it, I will do it. It's better like this, you directly marry me as my little wife." Episode 138. Listening to Naruto's words, Terumi was slightly stunned. With a hint of helplessness on his face, "Don't joke with me. What kind of conditions are these? I'm serious, I don't lack anything, and you have already made a deal with me, and there is nothing to give me except yourself." This made Terumi not know how to refute it for a while. Finally, with a hint of anger, "Getting married is a big deal. Do you think I will feel free to promise you? You know, she just wants to find a soulmate. What is it like to marry a 12-year-old ghost?" Looking at Terumi's appearance, Naruto smiled and spoke. "If you don't want to marry me, then kiss me. Is this requirement simple enough?" From the beginning, Naruto was just joking. The demands he made earlier were enough. Just seeing that Mayu is so beautiful, he likes to tease beautiful women. Originally thought that Terumi would not agree, but who knew that Terumi actually hesitated. She hesitated and walked over to Naruto's side. A kiss on Naruto's face. Terumi is a mature woman, she knows a lot of things. However, after kissing this, her face was already red. "This is my thank you gift. Don't play tricks in the future and say that I haven't given you anything." Naruto was slightly stunned and said with a smile, "Don't worry, I won't play tricks. They are willing to kiss me. I think you are not far from being a promise." Terumi didn't take Naruto. This little thing is not old, but he is a good hand at flirting. After talking about things, Naruto planned to leave. Right at this time, the door to Terumi's room was suddenly pushed open. Two ninjas who walked in. There is also a middle-aged man. Seeing each other, Terumi subconsciously shouted, "Second uncle? It's late at night, what are you doing with someone to my room?" The middle-aged man who came was Zhao Meiyu's second uncle Zhao Juntai, a member of the Zhao family. Although Terajunta is Terumi's second uncle. However, there are no genes as beautiful as Terumi. He has long hair, a beard on his face, and a somewhat lewd look. And the two ninjas standing behind him, weapons in their hands, with gloomy expressions. At this time, Terajunta's gaze fell on Naruto, and he couldn't help but ask, "Who is this imp behind you?" Terumi gently pursed her lips and said, "Second uncle, this is my friend." "Friends? What friends show up in the middle of the night? And I see that he is a little raw, not like a villager." Today, when Terumi entered the Teru family's courtyard, Terajunta always felt a little strange. Now it seems, he's right. Terumi must be hiding something. There was actually a little ghost in the courtyard that he had never seen before. And in the middle of the night, Terumi is in the same room with this little ghost, and there must be hidden secrets in this. "Second uncle, compared to this, I would like to ask you, what happened to bringing two clansmen to my room so late at night?" Terajunta beckoned directly, and did not hide his thoughts. "I originally wanted to kill you, but you haven't slept tonight, or you will die here anyway. The voice fell. The two ninjas behind him immediately attacked Terumi, not giving Terumi any chance to react. Terumi subconsciously dodged instead of choosing to attack. Dodge aside. He pushed Naruto back several steps in succession, with a hint of irritation and a hint of disbelief. Second uncle, you want to kill me? Why? Is it the meaning of Lord Mizukage? She thought it was Shueing who discovered her thoughts. What does this have to do with Lord Mizukage? I have wanted to do this for a long time, but I have never had a chance, but I think about it carefully, and the opportunities are all artificially created. Since there is no chance, then I will personally create an opportunity to come out. Jiao Mei, today, you must die here. Terajunta made a seal in his hand and directly used the water ninjutsu to deal with Terumi. Water shock. Where there was no water, a splash suddenly popped up, rising like a wave, and flew towards Terumi. Terumi retreated one after another. At the same time, she used the same ninjutsu to block Terajunta's attack. There was a loud bang. The water rushed through, and all the furnishings in the room were a mess. The two ninjas who followed Terajunta did not make a move, but stood aside. Your strength is indeed good, you can withstand my attacks. Terajunta praised so much, but his expression was fierce. Second uncle, if you make such a move, you are not afraid of being known by other clansmen? I'm the patriarch. You killed me. What will the rest of the clan think of you? Huh, Terajunta sneered. Jiao Meiyu, my dear niece, you are also too naive. I killed you just for the position of patriarch. Do you think all the clansmen are on your side? If you die, I will naturally become the new patriarch of the Zhaojia, and the clansmen will also recognize me because of my strength, and your death is just an inevitable event for the Zhaojia to change the patriarch. Terumi was surprised. She clenched her fists tightly, and kept making a defensive state. The reason you killed me is that you want to be the head of the Zhao family? That's right. Terajin admitted it directly. You are just a female streamer, and you are not qualified to be the patriarch of my family. I'm the one who can support the entire family. It's not been short since you sat in this position, and it's time to come down, shouldn't you? I just did it to you, but I just wanted to test your strength, and if we really want to fight, we will both have damage. So my suggestion is that you voluntarily give up your position as patriarch, so that we can resolve this matter peacefully, and I will also save your life. Terajunta said so, but in his heart he was ready to kill Terumi, because in his opinion, Terumi would never agree to such conditions. Anyone who stands in a high position will not get down easily. In his opinion, patriarch is an extremely important position. If he was in a high position, even if he died, he would not let it out. What's more, Terumi is just a female streamer. However, Terumi gritted her teeth and said, if you like this position, I will give it to you, and from today onwards, you will be the patriarch of the second uncle. As soon as these words came out, Terajunta was stunned all of a sudden. He couldn't believe his ears. He looked at Terumi in front of him and asked, are you really going to leave this position to me? I'm not coveting this position. If the second uncle likes it, I'll let it go to you. You are my second uncle. I don't want to have any conflict with you. Episode 139. Terajunta is the second uncle of Terumi. She didn't want to be enemies with her loved ones. Otherwise, just now, when Terajunta called people against their opponents, she can fight back, rather than dodge. Toyuta seemed very happy with Miyu's attitude. Surprised though, but his purpose was achieved. It's just that his gaze fell on Naruto, and said coldly, I know your character, very warm, although I am surprised that you will give up the position of patriarch. But I believe in you, but I don't believe in the kid standing behind you. Jiao Meiyu felt something, her eyes were dark, and she quickly said, second uncle, what do you want to do? The name of killing the patriarch is not good after all. Although I have established an enchantment outside to isolate here, no matter what happens here, the rest of the clan will not know what happened tonight. But this kid knows everything well. If it is passed on by him, even if I sit as the patriarch of the family, I will be criticized. Terumi had slightly calm eyes, with a hint of displeasure on her face. It turns out that the second uncle just swore that if he killed me, he would be able to sit on the position of patriarch, because the second uncle arranged the enchantment, and when the time came, he would find a reason to say that I died suddenly, and then tell everyone that the patriarch was passed on to you by me. Then the second uncle would not have to bear the charge of murder and robbery of the position of patriarch. Terajunta sneered. There was even a hint of arrogance in the laughter. It's worthy of being my niece, very smart. I didn't want to tell you, but seeing you so well behaved to give up the position of patriarch, it doesn't hurt to tell you some details. I can save your life, but this kid, you must die. After speaking, directly raise your hand. The two ninjas behind him attacked Naruto directly. Naruto stood there without moving, and he frowned. Isn't it too much for me to stand on the sidelines and say nothing? and to throw the mess on me? No action has been made yet. Those two ninjas had already attacked. Ku-Wu, Shuriken, headed for Naruto. Naruto stood still indifferently and did not immediately fight back. However, Terumi on the side directly blocked Naruto, raised his hand, and blocked the attack. Followed by, she had a seal on her hand. A water dragon burst out of the ground, directly smashed into the two ninjas who intended to attack Naruto. There was a loud bang. Two ninjas were shot out of the courtyard by Terumi's water dragon. Zhao Chuntai watched from the side, very unhappy. Terumi, what do you mean by that? Are you going to protect this kid? I have already given up the position of patriarch, and the second uncle still has to be so aggressive? With a hint of anger in his eyes, Zhao Chuntai only raised his hand and shouted angrily. Sure enough, it's better to kill you. You stay in the Zhao family to threaten me. I saw that he took out a soldier's food pill and went straight in. Suddenly, Teru Junta's chakra skyrocketed. Although I believe in you and have tried to spare your life, your niece is still too ignorant. I saw Teru Juntai standing firmly on his feet. Suddenly, a water spout gushed out. Terumi immediately returned fire, and also unleashed the water dragon bomb. Two from a small room, all the way to the yard. The two sides constantly use various water ninjutsu to attack each other. The strength of the two is extraordinary. Terrajunta even ate the pill of military food. Chakra on the body is better than beauty. For a time, Zhao Mei was a little unable to resist, and Zhao Chun was very proud. Those two just now are just to consume your chakra. Now I have eaten the pills of soldiers. You won't be my opponent. Kill you today. The position of patriarch is my Juntai. Terumi looked at the man in front of him who she was familiar with. She was very puzzled. Second uncle, you have always praised me as the best patriarch in the world, and you have always supported me in some things in the family. Why did you suddenly want to make a move on me? Suddenly want to seize the position of patriarch? Some memories of the past illuminate the calendar. In her opinion, everyone in the clan is very good to themselves, including their second uncle. Terrajunta is her elder. Many have more experience than her. When she couldn't make up her mind, she would go to Terrajunta. For Terumi, second uncle Terrajunta is a reliable adult. But now, this reliable adult is going to kill himself. These are the good memories of Terumi, but not for Terumita. The expression on his face was very vicious. When you sat in this position, I wanted to kill you, but at that time, your voice was too high. If I killed you, it would definitely cause chaos in the race. So I've been waiting for the opportunity and always been nice to you. It's just my layout. All of this is just me pretending to do it. Only if it is good to you. If you die in my hands one day, the clansmen will definitely not suspect me of the crime of killing you. Because I am your dear second uncle, our relationship is excellent. When the time comes, show your pain at your funeral, and tell everyone that I will uphold your last wish to protect the entire family. In that way, the status I want will be there, and the reputation I want will also be there. If these words are not spoken, Terumi was probably just surprised and puzzled. But now that she knew this, Terumi only felt as if her heart had been pricked. All the good things that used to be were fake. Is it all my own stupidity that believes in the beauty of the sun? It turns out that everything is fake. At that moment, Terumi was stunned in place. I saw Terumi's weakness. Terrajunta's face showed a smug look, and another water dragon bomb blasted towards Terumi. My dear niece, you have too many flaws. This is easy to kill by the enemy. When the huge water dragon was about to devour Terumi, I saw the seal in Terumi's hand, shouting with grief and indignation. Boiling mist technique, followed by, from Terumi's mouth spit out a high-heat mist that combined the nature of fire and water chakra. Moisture. Terujentai's water dragon bullet was directly melted into smoke by her clever fog technique. Break through the smoke. The magic of the mist spread as if it were alive. More like a demon, he rushed towards Terrajunta. Seeing that the hot mist was approaching him, Terrajunta felt as if his skin was about to melt. Don't say skin. If he was touched by the mist transformed by Zhao Mei's clever mist technique, I am afraid that all the bones of his body would be melted. Episode 140. Terrajunta had fear on her face. He didn't expect that Terumi had grown up to be someone he could deal with. Two subordinate ninjas and a small soldier food pill is simply not enough to fight against Terumi. Right at this time, the fog suddenly disappeared without a trace. Terrajunta was so frightened that she knelt directly on the ground. If it hadn't disappeared, he would have died now. At this time, Terumi consumed a lot of chakra, standing there panting. Second uncle, the Zhao family can't tolerate the existence of a betrayer like you. Terumi said so. He planned to kill Terrajunta. Even now, Terumi chakra consumes a lot. But it's too easy to kill a Zhao Jun. Zhao Juntai quickly kowtowed and begged for mercy. Beauty. My niece, for my sake, I am your second uncle. Spare me this time. It's my ghost crush, I really didn't mean to kill you. All this is just my jealousy. Please let me go. You can do whatever you want me to do in the future. Don't kill me. Please don't kill me. The second uncle, who was once amiable to himself, now kneel before himself like this and beg for mercy. Although Terumi knows that everything in the past is fake, but with pain in her heart, she was reluctant to kill her second uncle. I saw Terumi withdrew her hand, with disappointment in her eyes. I cannot kill you, but the Zhaojia can't tolerate you, so you better leave the Zhaojia later, or leave the Wuyin village. Although she has a good heart, she also knows that keeping a Toryuta by her side is a threat. Either kill him or let him go. Tarajunta nodded repeatedly. Good. I'll leave later. Just leave later. I only heard Terumi sigh and beckoned, signaling Terumita to leave. Toyuta got up from the ground and made a gesture to turn around. Just turn around to General. Directly turned around, suddenly, holding a bitter thorn in his hand towards Xiaomei. It is naturally easy for Terumi to meditate and kill him, but now Terumi's chakra has consumed his dress. Now Terumi is defenseless. He killed her just as easily. Terumi, who was standing in place, had surprise on her face, and even responded. She didn't expect that the second uncle, who was still begging her for mercy, just now actually attacked her. Originally, the distance between the two was extremely close. Such a close distance, so, in the face of a sneak attack, Terumi didn't even have time to dodge. Sting. Some warm liquid stained Terumi's face. It's blood, it's Tarajunta's blood. Originally going to kill her second uncle, Teru Juntai fell to the ground in his hands. I saw him covering his neck with one hand and looking at everything in front of him in horror. Naruto was right in front of Terumi. He came to her in an instant, directly using the chakra scalpel to cut Teru Junta's throat. It's just a few seconds in between. No one reacted. Bang! Tarajunta fell directly into his own pool of blood. Naruto glanced back at Terumi. As the head of the Zhao family, you are so soft-hearted. How can you let the Zhao family carry forward in the future? Terumi was stunned for a long time, looking at Tarajunta lying on the ground. Finally, he took a deep breath and gently closed his eyes. Yes, many people say that my personality is too weak, but I am not weak, I am just a little reluctant. He is my second uncle after all. Finish speaking. Terumi opened her eyes. She wiped the blood from her face with her clothes and looked at Naruto. Thank you just now. If it weren't for you, I guess I would have died. I didn't expect that at the last moment, the second uncle was acting in front of me. Naruto couldn't help but laugh. You don't even blame me for killing your second uncle? You can see that you don't want to kill him. In terms of emotions, I really don't want to kill him, but for the family, I have to kill him. I can't do this, but it doesn't mean that I haven't thought it through. After speaking, he glanced at Tarajunta lying on the ground again, with a sad taste on his face. Second uncle is very important to me, at least until today. I have always regarded him as an important elder, but he betrayed me. Naruto also glanced at Tarajunta lying on the ground, and said, although I don't know what it's like to be betrayed by my relatives, it's definitely not comfortable. Thank you. Terumi smiled. Thank you for saving me and saving our family. I don't admit it just saying thank you. I have to say something, right? The atmosphere seemed to become relaxed, but Terumi was joking unintentionally. What do you want to express? After I handle the matter of the second uncle, I will thank you well. Thank you verbally first. Naruto actually just livened up the atmosphere. He is well aware. Terumi didn't come out so easily for a while. After all, one of her relatives died. Okay, I remembered. Do you need my help? No need. I have my own cronies in the clan, and then I only need to tell the clansmen that the second uncle died because he protected me. Let him die a decent death in the end. After all, it's my second uncle. I can't let the momentum of the family fall into chaos. If it is known that the second uncle wants to murder me to seize the position of patriarch, then our family will definitely be turbulent, and there is still a tough battle to be fought, and it can't be chaotic. Naruto nodded, with appreciation in his eyes. It is worthy of being the head of the family, although she is a female streamer, but she is much better than many people. But this kind heart will be changed in the future. I'll try my best. Again, thank you very much today.